Today we are going to be looking ahead into the year 2025, and we're going to be seeing what it is that you can expect out of the new year. So if you are excited about what 2025 has in store for you, then make sure to keep on watching because we're going to be diving into all of that. We have 4 piles to choose from in today's reading, and each pile goes as follows. This is pile number 1. This is pile number 2. This is pile number 3. And this is pile number 4. To choose the right reading for you, make sure that you are grounded and centered into this present moment. So it would be most easy for you to hear your intuition speak into you, or that you could just sense any nudges that your body may be sending you towards which pile would resonate with you the most. If you feel called to watch more than one pile, feel free to, but generally there is going to be one specific pile that speaks to your circumstances the most closely, and then there may be some other extra messages in other piles. But as always, I encourage you to trust your intuition and go off of that, but also don't forget to use your discernment as you are listening to these general messages. Now, if you are ready, you can go into the description box and click on the timestamp that you need. And without further ado, let's get into it. Hello and welcome to your reading pile number 1. So you chose this key card, and as the first part of the reading, I'm just going to give you some initial messages that I am intuitively feeling off of this card. This is giving me the sense that 2025 is going to be a year of new chapters for you. It definitely seems like you are stepping into a whole new timeline and you are opening some new doors for yourself. It may even be that there is some sort of very significant breakthrough that occurs for you in 2025, because it feels like you are opening some sort of door or breaking through some sort of obstacle that has been hindering you for some time, or that has been a significant sort of headache for you. So, especially if you have been working towards something quite diligently, if you have had a very single-minded focus and you haven't seen that many wins in that area of life, then it seems like with this key, there is going to be some sort of a breakthrough moment that happens within that area, and you are going to be able to elevate to the next level or see some sort of results or see some sort of rewards. So this is a very, very auspicious message. And this could just in general refer to you getting some sort of clarity in 2025, or you gaining some sort of a more concrete focus, especially if you have had a more difficult time honing in on what it is that you want to do or what it is that you feel called to pursue. If you have been feeling a bit lost, hazy, all over the place, then it could be that there is a certain light bulb moment that happens for you where you suddenly get the answer, where you suddenly get the clarity that you have been needing or wanting. This is, as I said, a very auspicious message or sign for the 2025 year ahead, pile number 1. And I also feel like it's going to bring a lot of excitement. There is something very almost promising that I feel with this card that you chose, and I feel like it's going to be a bit of a surprise. It's almost like you can't even imagine what this key can unlock for you, and I feel like you're going to be pleasantly surprised by some of the things that 2025 has in store for you. But that is just the initial sort of message that I was feeling with this card. So let's get into the tea leaf oracles, which are going to tell us the major themes and keywords of 2025 for you. So let's see what we get. What are the major keywords and themes? Okay, we got a month of the year, so let's keep going. Okay. Whoa, okay. So, sorry about that. Okay, I'm gonna get the other cards out and then we'll grab the one that fell on the floor. Major themes and keywords of 2025 for pile number 1. Okay, there's way too many here. And can we get one more? Okay, so you got a month, so let's just stick with that. Okay, so I don't know which order they came out in, but let's start. Okay, so we have July, which is most likely going to be a significant month. We have Fan, we have, which says Romance Celebration Party. We have Vine, seek out information that will help you. We have November, which is going to be another significant month. We have Fire, strong emotion, passionate love or hate. We have Scissors, disappointment in some affair. We also have September, which is going to be, let me arrange them like this. So these 3 months are going to be significant. We have Love. We have Shark, take care or there will be a loss of material wealth. Okay, interesting. Okay, so yeah, you got quite a few month cards. So clearly there are 3 months of the year which are going to be significant or memorable, that are going to be standing out for you in 2025 for one reason or another. And these months are July, September, and November. So looking at the main cards that you got though, so we're starting off with this Fan, which says Romance Celebration Party. And there are actually 3 cards altogether which talk about emotions and connections and sort of love and romance being a significant theme for you in the year 2025. It almost feels like whether you want it or not, there is going to be some sort of attention that is going to be pointed at you, or that is going to fall on your relationships. And clearly there is going to be some sort of a party or an event, some sort of get together, or even simply someone like reaching out to you and letting you know that there is certain interest in you. That's what I feel with this Fan. You know, even though it talks about the fan as in like the thing you can use to give yourself some air or cool yourself down or something, I also get the other meaning of the word fan when it comes to someone who like adores you or looks up to you. And that's why I feel like there is going to be some sort of an admiring energy that is going to be befalling you in 2025. And so there is definitely something that you can sort of celebrate or be happy about. And again, it's very much in line with this key symbolism that we were talking about before, where it feels like there is some sort of breakthrough or some sort of a positive elevation that occurs. Now, we also have this Vine, which says, seek out information that will help you. And I find this card funny because we were talking about this moment of clarity or gaining some sort of direction, getting some answers or getting some sort of clarity that will help you move forward. And this is definitely indicating that you are going to be receiving some very significant information, or you're going to be finding out something very, very significant that is going to be playing a big role for you and on your sort of journey forward, and what it is that you are going to be doing in 2025. Again, you know, if you have been feeling a bit lost or directionless, then I feel like you are going to have the opportunity in 2025 to gain some sort of vitally important knowledge. And this could also even mean that you are going to be learning something or studying something that is going to be very significant for you down the line. But this can also just be you, receiving some sort of information through a conversation or just through you experiencing certain things in 2025. Now we have this fire card, strong emotion, passionate love or hate. And I am feeling more so that this is passionate love because we actually have the card love here too. So I would put these two cards together. And so it definitely seems like there is going to be some sort of stirring of emotion that occurs. Some of you, if you have been looking or if you have been hoping to meet someone that you would click with, that either if you are looking just for a friend or a significant like friendship connection in your life, then that could be the case. But because we also have this romantic element coming through here, and for those of you who have been wanting a life partner, a romantic partner, then definitely 2025 could be the year where you actually find that person. So it seems like you are going to be going through a bit of a roller coaster of emotions here, because we also have this scissors card, which says disappointment in some affair. And now the thing with this is that I feel like there could be certain doors that are going to be closing for you, or that are going to be remaining closed to you, as others are going to be opening. And even though you are going to be, I feel like you're going to be led to exactly the places that you need to get to. You're going to get some very sort of aligned experiences in 2025. That's what I'm sort of intuitively feeling. Because of that, because of some of these sort of rejections, quote unquote, that you could be going through, you may feel disappointment that these things that you are maybe wanting to get, or certain doors that you want to go through, are going to be, that you are going to be denied. It may cause some disappointing emotions to come up, but ultimately I feel it is because you are being protected and you are being guided to your true fulfillment and your ultimate alignment with this love card. This is a major theme card. So as such, this is one of the most powerful cards that we have here. And this is sort of summing up this whole year for you in a way, or it is a very, very significant keyword. So I do feel that every single experience that you're going to be going through, even the sort of subjectively bad ones that you maybe don't enjoy going through, because I mean, even with all of these positive things that we see here, obviously there are going to be moments in the year that you don't enjoy as much, and that are going to be testing you. But I feel like it is all in the name of sort of divine love and guidance. So there is definitely a lot of alignment here. Now, the final card that we have is Shark. Take care, or there will be a loss of material wealth. And I do feel that because of some of these successes and breakthroughs that you are experiencing, you may feel called to maybe splurge a bit more than you should, or there may be a bit of an inclination to indulge, and get a bit lost in that. So because of this success and because of these breakthroughs that you are seeing, you may feel called to, go a bit overboard. But yeah, there definitely seems to be some sort of an indication of needing to maybe restrain yourself or keep an eye on your spending and on what it is that you welcome into your life. So yeah, very interesting energy, pile number one. But generally, obviously, this all looks very, very good, and this all looks very exciting. And I feel like you are going to have quite a memorable year in a very positive sense. But let's look at some more details now with some tarot cards. So we're going to be answering some specific questions. And the first question that we're going to be looking at is regarding the biggest surprises that you will encounter in the year. So the potential blessings and wishes that are going to be coming true for you. Okay, we have 1, We have the Two of Wands, and at the bottom of the deck we have the Sun. But let's see if we can get one more card. Okay, beautiful. We have the Queen of Wands, and at the bottom of the deck we have the Lovers. So first I want to point out the signs that we have here, just in case you resonate with them or you recognize them around you. So we have some fire energy, which is very prevalent here with the Two of Wands and Queen of Wands. So that would be Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And specifically Aries is coming through the strongest here. And we also have Gemini energy with the Lovers. So that would be air energy. The Two of Wands is an energy of you being able to venture out and explore some new environments, some new people, some new opportunities, and just sort of seeing what is out there, venturing out of your comfort zone. So I feel like you're going to get some pretty cool opportunities to try new things, and possibly, because we have this Queen of Wands here too, there could be a very specific person that you're going to end up meeting, or that is going to be significant in your journey forward. Even though this card says Queen of Wands, we are not talking about specifically gender here. This is just this more feminine and nurturing and supportive energy, but it is also an energy of a person who is very determined and a person who is very courageous and bold and sort of does their own thing. So it could be that they help you along in some way, or that they end up being a significant part of what it is that you're trying to achieve. They could become like a partner for you in that sense, or just someone who gives you really, really good advice. Now, if some of you have a business or a project or like a side hustle, a hobby that you are working on and that you have been working on quite diligently, wanting to take it to the next level, wanting to progress it, then it could very well be that this Queen of Wands is talking about your own energy and you stepping into more of this like leadership, authoritative position, and you being able to elevate what it is that you are doing in some regard. So this could be also the sort of success that this key card is talking about, where you see some sort of progression finally. But I cannot deny that we have the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. So this is the underlying energy. And so, you know, there is heavy focus on you getting some sort of connection or partnership or union in 2025 that ends up being a very significant thing for you. But this is, again, it doesn't have to be romantic specifically if that's not something that you are looking for. But this is just a very beautiful, again, supportive, nurturing, caring energy that is available to you. And so, especially if you have been trying to do everything on your own, or if you have been feeling like you need to do everything independently and you have been striving forward by yourself without that much help around, in 2025, I feel like you are going to be surprised by this one person or possibly several people that are going to be giving you the sense of support, or you are going to be feeling like you are not alone in this, like there is someone that you can rely on or someone that you can turn to, again, either for advice or simply for sort of general supportive energy. Also with the Two of Wands, it could be that you are going to receive some sort of, you could be getting some sort of opportunity to choose between something. So there could be another sort of option that is brought to you, especially because with the Lovers as the underlying energy, the Lovers also can talk about a choice or needing to make a decision between two things or two possibilities. And with the Two of Wands, that could very well be the case, that you sort of have to decide which path you specifically want to pursue. So you may be surprised by having even more options in front of you than you thought that you did, or again, sort of even more doors opening up for you than you maybe anticipated. Let's look at the biggest areas of growth for you in 2025. So that would be the sort of potential challenges, obstacles, delays, or setbacks that you may encounter. Okay. So we got 3 cards all together. The first card that we have is the 9 of Swords. We have the 8 of Swords and the 7 of Swords. Okay, that's interesting. And we have the World at the bottom of the deck. So we have heavy air energy coming through, which would be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And we also have, specifically Gemini, by the way, and we have Saturnian energy with the World, which would be Capricorn or Aquarius. So with all of this air energy, the first thing I'm feeling is that the biggest sort of setbacks or challenges for you could be stemming from your own mind, or the way that you think about things and the way that you perceive things. So you could be sort of getting in your own head a bit, or starting to overthink some things, which may be hindering your movement forward. Or even more specifically, because we have the World at the bottom of the deck, which talks about achievement, success, again, breakthrough energy, you reaching some new levels, getting to the places that you have sort of always wanted to get to, or you finally get some sort of goal that you have been striving towards for a time. So this is the energy of achievement, of contentment, of fulfillment. And again, if this card would focus, that would be great. So with the World, it feels like as you are getting these breakthroughs, as you are getting this success or this forward momentum, that could be something that actually stirs up some fears in you, because we have the 9 of Swords that came out first. And so there is definitely the possibility of some anxiety and fears being activated as a result of you witnessing some level of success, or having certain doors open for you that maybe you didn't even believe could open for you. And you know, sometimes that can really mess us up, even though we obviously want to succeed and we want to have our wishes come true. But sometimes success can be scary because it changes our lives in some way, and it forces us out of our sort of invisible, comfortable place and puts us center stage in some way. And it also puts certain expectations on us, especially expectations that stem from our own minds. And so it does seem like with the 8 of Swords and the 7 of Swords here too, you could be sort of starting to maybe sabotage yourself, or get the desire to sabotage yourself, to hold yourself back and to slow down that progress that you are going through. Maybe even trying to talk yourself out of pursuing some new opportunities or going through these new doors that are opening up for you, because in our ego minds, it feels safer to just stay where we are and to not sort of rock the boat, right? To not go into the unknown, because at least where we are right now is somewhere that we know what to expect. We have always been there. And if, you know, even if it is not everything that we want and it's not everything that we wish for, at least we are feeling safe in that environment. And so with the 8 of Swords and the 7 of Swords, again, you could be sort of trying to talk yourself out of going after some new things, and you may be talking yourself into staying where you are. And so that could be something where you will possibly have the most growth in, or where you will have to sort of develop out of, you know, getting into this overanalyzing or overthinking space and sabotaging your own progress. Let's move on and look at what it is that you are encouraged to focus on. So what would be the best use of your energy in 2025? Okay. We have the Magician in reverse with the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so we have Temperance and the 3 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. 3 of Pentacles is Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We also have the Magician that came out in reverse, which is Virgo or Gemini, and Temperance, which is Sagittarius. So with both of these major arcana cards coming through, I'm going to show you the Magician upright so you can see the illustration. With the Magician and Temperance, both coming out, which are both major arcana cards, I feel like you're being encouraged to try to sort of find the middle ground instead of pushing forward hectically. With the Magician in reverse, it definitely seems like you don't really have to do everything by yourself. You don't have to force things along so much, because I feel like there is going to be some ease or some assistance that is going to be given to you in 2025, so that you could have an easier time achieving what it is that you want to achieve. With the Three of Pentacles, this is all about collaboration and teamwork. And so I feel like there is teamwork in the sense of having divine support around you, where the universe, spirit, God, your angels, or whoever you resonate with are quite close around you, and they are working alongside you in order to help you elevate and move along on this journey, right? So they are almost like presenting you with these opportunities to move forward and giving you some cool new opportunities to try out. So it definitely feels like you don't have to do everything as much by yourself as you have been doing them previously. It feels like it's not just divine support, but again, there seems to be someone or possibly several people who are going to be very, very significant in helping you along and playing a key role in your success. So, just allowing yourself to chill a bit, not pushing things forward so strongly or feeling like you need to, do everything by yourself and get to where it is that you want to get to now, today, right? Like taking it more easy and allowing for things to sort of flow with this Temperance card. I feel like that is something that is very significant. And I also feel like there is a message of avoiding burnout with this Temperance card, because maybe previously you have been sort of running yourself rugged or working yourself to the bone or something like that. And so having this tempered way of being, and again, allowing yourself time to relax, to unwind, to take care of yourself, and to let yourself heal, not just in like a physical sense, but also in allowing your mind and your spirit to heal as well. That is something that is very, very significant. So balancing this ambitious energy that you are going through and this new energy of beginnings and opportunities with some downtime, with some self-care time, with some time in nature, or just recharging your batteries is something that is very, very significant. And also, if you are working on something that is very significant, again, like a business or a project or a side hustle, you're trying to set something up for success, then again, not neglecting your relationships, not neglecting the people around you who are there for you and who want to support you. That is also something that is very important in 2025. But as a last thing, we are going to look at the general advice for 2025 for your highest good. So let's see. Whoa. Okay, so we have so many cards. We have the Seven of Wands, the Knight of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, and the Four of Cups. Okay, so we have some fire energy, some water energy, and some earth energy. And we have the Tower at the bottom of the deck, which is Mars, so that would be Aries or Scorpio. So I actually want to start off with the Tower because it can be a bit of a scary card for people. So with it being the underlying energy, what I'm really feeling though is that this year is just going to be quite a transformative year for you, in the sense that you are going to be walking into a new reality in some way, or, stepping into a new timeline. And so that may involve you needing to leave your old life behind in a way, or needing to leave some aspect of your old self or your old life behind. And so, that can be a bit scary, sure, but I also feel like you are moving exactly where you truly want to move to. So with the Seven of Wands and the Knight of Cups, which is a card of Pisces, by the way, it just feels like Spirit is urging you to stand up for your dream, to stand up for that vision that you have that is behind this key energy, behind all of the things that you are doing and all of the things that you're pursuing. So keep that dream alive and keep it at the forefront of what it is that you are doing. And with the Four of Pentacles and the Four of Cups, I kind of find it funny that with the Four of Pentacles, we again have this, this image of saving your money or being very prudent when it comes to your financial matters. So there seems to be the advice, especially when it comes to like doing something off of impulse or doing something because of feeling emotionally distraught, or going out there and spending money because you want to do some retail therapy or something like that. And I'm not saying that you can't do that at all, but I just feel like Spirit is giving you a bit of a warning when it comes to like going overboard with that. So take care of your sort of money or your material side of life. That seems to be a strong keyword here too, because again, remember we had this Shah card as well regarding your material wealth. And I also feel like it's again like kind of tying in with both of the cards that we already went over, because it's also talking about hanging on to what you have. And with the Four of Cups here too, even if there are some like setbacks, or even if things are not looking quite the way that you want them to, I feel like with the Four of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands here too, there's a strong message of just needing to stay strong, needing to hold on, needing to not give up on your dream, your vision, your goal. So yeah, that's kind of the energy that I'm feeling, pile number one. But I want to close the reading out with some messages. And I mean, this thing has not come out on my channel for such a long time, but I just felt called to pull some final messages to support you on your 2025 journey. So let's see what sort of messages we get to close the reading out. Okay. So we have, it is not our abilities that show what we truly are. It is our choices. Albus Dumbledore from Harry Potter. So that is interesting because choices, we have been talking about those, especially when it comes to the positive surprises that you are going to be encountering. So you're definitely going to have some choices. Pile number one. Let's see. We accept the love we think we deserve. Bill from The Perks of Being a Wallflower. So yeah, I feel like there is a message here of like self-love that comes through very strongly here too, so that you wouldn't forget about your worth and realizing that you are worthy, you are deserving of the most loving and authentic and unconditional love. Sorry, I couldn't think of the better word. You are really deserving of that. We also have true friends will never compete with your light. Yeah, so yeah, again, I feel like there is going to be someone that seems to be coming through so strongly here. There is going to be someone that is going to help you on this journey, that is not going to be a competitor, but that is going to be a significant part of helping you succeed. We also have, another one from The Perks of Being a Wallflower. You can't just sit there and put everyone's lives ahead of yours and think that counts as love. So I feel like this is a message of not sort of self-sacrificing and not doing things that are detrimental to you and your sort of forward movement. So again, it could be a bit difficult to keep yourself focused, but that's the sort of the general advice that we got here too, to not lose sight of what it is that you are ultimately trying to do and to stand up for what it is that you are trying to achieve, to not allow yourself to get sidetracked. And finally, we have unexpected news may throw you off balance. Seek emotional support. So yeah, clearly there is going to be something that is going to be testing you, that is going to be challenging you in some way, or, again, as I said, there's going to be some sort of information that is revealed to you, that you find out about, that is going to change some things. But I do feel like it is something that is ultimately going to be helping you along, but support is there for you, should you want it. So you have so much to look forward to, pile number one, even though it is going to be, I feel, full of surprises, and there are going to be some twists and turns and some unexpected roller coaster moments for you. I feel like generally this is going to be such a successful and positive year of huge growth, development, and elevation. So you should be really, really excited, and I'm really happy for you, pile number one. But anyway, this is it. Thank you so much for choosing to spend your time with me. I really appreciate it, and I really appreciate all of your energy, your love, your support, your likes, your comments, everything that you have been doing to support this little channel, and I really, really appreciate it. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, and I hope to see you back here in 2025. But have a great one. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome to your reading, pile number two. So you chose this phone card, and just the most sort of initial intuitive messages that I am feeling. I feel like 2025 is a year of connectivity for you, where there are going to be a lot of sort of crucial meeting points that you're going to be having. So you could be connecting with very significant people, or you could be connecting with very significant companies, enterprises, maybe even places that end up, being a very significant part of your life somehow, or end up taking you to new levels, new experiences. I also feel like this energy of self-expression is very important in the year 2025. And I feel like you're going to become a lot more transparent with it. Like there are going to be certain ways in which you express your truth, and where you vocalize or share with people what it is that you are truly feeling, what it is that you are truly thinking. And I feel like it's going to be a very powerful shift, because it feels like you are not holding back as much as you maybe have before, and you are not filtering anything out, or you are not diluting any of these messages that feel like have a lot of power and significance to them. Because I'm looking at this, like almost like this artwork that is flowing out of this phone. And there seems to be something that you have to say, or something that you are wanting to express, something that is very uniquely you, and only you can communicate it, or only you can share it with people in the way that would land in the most potent way. I'm not sure whether that made sense just now, but there is something about you expressing yourself authentically that is very needed. And I feel like in 2025, what you are saying and what it is that you are expressing is going to reach a lot of people, or is going to have a very big impact. I almost feel like there is a ripple effect, like what it is that you are doing and saying and expressing is flowing out of you, and it's going to impact other people and sort of empower them as well. Or it may even bring about certain bigger scale change. So that could be like within your community, or that could be within like society, or you may even start some sort of movement. I don't know. That may be a bit more specific of a message, but it definitely feels like your self-expression, your communication, and how you are connecting with people, what it is that you have to say is one of the most important things. And I feel like it almost like becomes a work of art in itself in 2025, or there is a certain level of like beauty and again power for some reason, I keep feeling power that is going to be coming out of this self-expression that you are doing, and in whatever way you decide to do it, whether that is in like written form, in spoken form, in art form. Again, I will let you sort of choose the medium that you resonate with the most. But yeah, it seems like that is sort of the initial biggest sort of energy that I feel about 2025 and what the year could mean and symbolize for you. But we are going to get some more specific messages here too with these tea leaf oracle cards, which are going to tell us the major themes and keywords of 2025 for you. So let's see. What are the major keywords and themes of 2025 for pile number 2? Okay, let's see if we can get a few more. Can we get a few more? Okay, thank you. So we have handshake. A meeting with a stranger could be important. Oh my goodness. We have a gong, an exciting event. Basket, recognition, reward for merit. Goldfish, increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. We have young woman, dealings or relationship with a young woman. Dark woman, dealings or relationship with a woman with dark complexion or hair. An arrow, you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. I actually want to start with these 2 cards just because these are the sort of people cards, and both of them are indicating that certain female energy could be very significant for you in the year 2025. Now, even though it says woman on both of these cards, it doesn't have to mean specifically that it has to be a female by gender. This can also just refer to someone who has more of the sort of feminine, nurturing energy. So I wouldn't get too caught up in these like descriptions specifically, but of course, for some of you, those could be very on the nose, and it could be that there is someone that is younger than you. So these could be 2 different people, or they could be one person who is younger than you and who has dark hair or complexion or something like that. But anyway, this is just indicating that there is going to be a significant connection that occurs for you in 2025. And because I'm not really necessarily seeing any like romantic cards here, it does feel more like it's going to be either like a supportive person for you, a friend, someone who is going to play a part in what it is that you are doing. So it could be like an associate or a business partner even, or just someone who like gives you good advice, or someone who helps you along in some way. It's almost like it feels like a karmic partnership or something, where like your souls have made a contract to help each other along, or to make sure that something occurs, that something is born. I don't know. That's just something that came to me. But let's start with the first card, with the handshake. A meeting with a stranger could be important. So this younger woman, dark woman, it could be someone that you end up meeting. So it could be someone that you don't know at this present time, or whenever you are watching this reading. It could be that that is the person that you end up meeting, and that is going to be a significant part of what it is that you are doing. But this can just talk about really any other person as well. So I just feel like it's kind of funny that we're getting this as the first card, and this was the first card that came out. I'm pretty sure of that. So we were starting off this intuitive message part with the notion of connecting, of you making some significant connections. And it definitely seems to be one of the most important things of 2025 for you, where you are connecting with people that most likely you don't know right now, or that you haven't had any previous sort of connection with. And they are going to be a big part of what it is that you are doing, or you meeting them is going to be a significant part of you sort of expressing yourself or doing this powerful, meaningful thing. We also have an exciting event. So, you know, that could be the place where you end up meeting this person that ends up being significant, or it could just be that something very like surprising happens when it comes to like you doing something that like expresses you in some way or helps you express yourself in some way. Because it came out next to this basket and recognition reward for merit, it could be that this is all talking about you being noticed in some way, or the thing that you are doing becoming more recognized, gaining more attention, something like that. But just because we are talking about major keywords and themes, it definitely feels like there is going to be some sort of event or occurrence that is going to be almost like a hallmark. Is that the right word? You know, something that you can look back on at the end of the year and recognize as being that groundbreaking moment when something of import happened or when something got launched. And so actually both of these cards, we have increase in material wealth or spiritual growth and reward for merit. And all of this is indicating that what it is that you are doing is going to have a very positive effect on people, and that people are going to be recognizing what it is that you are doing. So you're going to be rewarded for this self-expression in some way. And so I feel like you are definitely going to be getting some sort of success in 2025 that is going to also like let you know that you are on the right path, that you are doing the right thing, because we also have that message coming through with this arrow. So I do feel like in 2025, you're going to get very significant and very sort of specific and clear signs and messages that what it is that you are doing is meaningful, it's important, and that you should keep doing it. So I feel like you are not going to have that many like setbacks or triggering events when it comes to you expressing yourself and connecting with people and sort of inspiring people or doing something that has more of a substantial impact on, again, either on like a community level, society level, maybe even like world level. I don't know, maybe you are trying to think of some sort of innovative ways to improve humankind and the way that we live our lives and do things. It could be sort of like as crazy as that, right? And crazy in a good way. But yeah, it just feels like what it is that you are wanting to express is going to be reaching people and is going to be, again, landing with like power or with impact or something like that. Anyway, so those are some of the major keywords and themes. And as I said, it feels very positive overall. So it seems to be something of you like sort of just flowing along and meeting the right people at the right time and being in the right places at the right time that is going to usher you into sort of new levels and some forms of success, and just feeling like you are doing something of importance, you are doing something of purpose, and you are living in accordance with what it is that you are meant to do. So I feel like that is a very sort of positive feeling that is going to be coming through for you in 2025. But let's look at some more specific messages with the tarot cards next. And we're starting off with the biggest surprises that you will encounter. So any potential blessings or wishes coming true. We have the Queen of Pentacles with the Six of Pentacles that was at the bottom of the deck. So we have some Capricorn energy coming through. Okay. Oh my God, I love it. We have the Ten of Cups that also came out, and we have the Two of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, we have some earth energy. So as I said, Capricorn is significant, but also Taurus or Virgo could be significant. And I'm just pointing out the signs in case you resonate with them or in case you recognize them around you. So I want to start off with the Queen of Pentacles because we are getting some more feminine energy, and I do feel like this is talking about, again, the support that is going to be coming in for you. And I feel like it's going to be quite a surprise that this individual who may have significant Capricorn placements or Virgo or Taurus placements, I feel like it's going to be a surprise how much this person actually helps you, or how much they want to be a part of what it is that you're doing, or how much what it is that you are doing is inspiring them in some way. So this is someone who is very like practical, very down to earth, very pragmatic as well, and someone who sort of take things very reasonably and very cautiously. And because I'm getting a lot of like this artsy energy when it comes to you, and this energy that you are sort of wanting to express, it could be that this Queen of Pentacles person, again, doesn't have to be female. I just feel like they are going to bring you a certain level of like groundedness and practicality. So they may be someone who helps you in like the more practical sense, and I don't know, maybe doing some sort of budgets, or making sure that things are arranged and organized, and that all of the logistics are taken care of, and you know, sort of taking care of this material day-to-day 3D stuff, so that you could focus on this more like creative and inspirational part of what it is that you are trying to do. So you could be surprised that you actually get some support that comes through in that sense. And with the 10 of Cups, I feel like you are going to feel such a strong level of like belonging and acceptance. So it almost feels like you could be connecting with like your soul tribe, or just finding or connecting with a fan base, or with a following that is so aligned with you and with what it is that you stand for and what it is that you are trying to do. Because the 10 of Cups is really like a soul family type of card. This is this beautiful union, this beautiful coming together and feeling a part of something bigger than you are. And so especially with the Queen of Pentacles here as well, it definitely seems like this person could be taking you to these people that you truly connect with. So almost like they are this medium or conduit of getting you in touch with the right people, so that again, your message could land with the most power, with the most impact. I don't know why that landing message keeps coming through, but it seems that whatever you have to say, it's like crucial that it reaches the right people, you know? And I feel like because we have the 2 of Swords at the bottom of the deck here, it could be one of the biggest surprises for you that you don't actually have to like actively go out and seek like the right people and the right opportunities as much, because this is kind of a stagnant or passive energy, the 2 of Swords. And so it almost feels like these opportunities and these connections are like finding you or coming to you without you having to actively go out and search for them. So it's almost like you are just sort of minding your own business and thinking about your own things. And then you end up like meeting this person or these people. And suddenly you have these like opportunities to choose from. But I feel like with the 2 of Swords, it's just sort of saying that, that you can sort of just allow things to come to you, or that there are going to be these certain synchronistic meetings and connectings. Is that a word? I'm not sure. But anyway, these connecting of energies that you are going to be experiencing that find you, that come to you, and that could be something that takes you by surprise. And that's what I feel with this 2 of Swords. But let's keep going, and let's now look at the biggest areas of growth for you. So any sort of potential challenges, obstacles, delays, or setbacks that you should be aware of. Wow, that was very swift. Okay. Interesting. So the first card that we have is the 7 of Pentacles, and the King of Wands also came out. The King of Wands is Leo energy, but it can also talk about Aries or Sagittarius. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Cups, which is water energy, specifically Pisces, but it can also be Cancer or Scorpio. Okay, so I do feel like one of the biggest challenges for you could be, or where you are most tested, could be when it comes to believing in what it is that you are doing, having this steadfastness, having this dedicated work ethic of just showing up every day or, you know, time and time again, and just doing the little things to come to the reward or the result that you are ultimately after. Because the Seven of Pentacles indicates that there could be, it could be a bit of a lengthy process, or it could take time and dedicated effort to get to the result that you are after and to get the rewards that you are looking for. So with the King of Wands, which is talking about sticking to your vision and being this ambitious, fiery, driven leader, right? Who has the motivation and the courage to show up and to, you know, stand in front of other people, or to be in this authoritative leadership position and just do what needs to be done. And so that could be one of the biggest sort of potential places of tripping up for you, you know, where you may struggle at times with self-belief and with continuing this effort that you are doing. Because with the Knight of Cups as well, you know, this is talking about having that sort of heartfelt vision and being like motivationally driven to pursue something, feeling very strongly about something and going after and actively pursuing it. And so this is ultimately the dream. This is ultimately what it is that you are wanting to express and what it is that you are wanting to achieve. And with the King of Wands, it's all about like sticking by that, and it's all about taking the necessary steps, taking the proactive action to get your voice out there, or to get your self-expression out there, and to stand up and share it with courage and with determination. So, you know, that could be one potential area where your sort of faith or your confidence could falter at one point. But again, that's why I feel like you have all of this support around you, because, you know, this person or these people are going to be the ones to help you keep going, to help you to keep showing up. So ultimately, I feel like your sort of challenges are not going to be that big or that significant. And I'm not surprised, because we didn't get any very troubling cards in the major keywords and themes anyway. So it just feels like it's all about showing up and being courageous to keep doing what you're doing. But let's look at what you're encouraged to focus on this year. So what is the best... Oh, we have one more card that turned over. Oh my goodness, how did I miss that? And it's the same guy from the King of Wands. It's this King of Wands energy. Let me see. Is there anything else here? No. Okay. So we also have the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, again, it's kind of like the same message. So I feel I'm just going to breeze over this, and I'm not going to talk about it for too long. But the Two of Pentacles is all about, you know, balancing or managing several things at the same time, and just keeping all of the sort of the balls in the air, you know, juggling several things at once and keeping everything afloat. And so, you know, that could be the thing, right? That could be the thing. And especially because we're getting this earth energy again, which, as I said, could be somewhat of a challenge for you, where you are having to like maintain that practical side of things, because you are such a like visionary or artistic soul. And so you may struggle with that like grounded, practical sort of day-to-day stuff. But again, that's why you have this support around you. That's why the support is coming in. And so, yeah, just staying focused and staying dedicated in the face of like having other stuff to deal with as well, or having sort of life come in and distract you or require your attention to deal with something else as well. So anyway, yeah, that's it. But let's keep going. Let's look at what you're encouraged to focus on this year. Okay. Wow, we have the Six of Pentacles. We're getting more earth energy. The Ace of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. Let's see if we can get one more card. Okay. Interesting. The Tower is making an appearance again. So definitely seems to be a year of sort of big shifts and changes. So we have the Six of Pentacles, which is more earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have the Tower, which is Mars energy, that is Aries or Scorpio. And we have the Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so what I feel like is coming through here is, first of all, especially when you feel like things are becoming a bit challenging with the Tower, or where you feel like your fears are cropping up, or some sort of internal struggle, or even when you see life getting a bit like crazy, or your reality changing, and you are having to sort of leave some sort of comfort zone behind. I feel like with the Six of Pentacles, you are urged to share that, to let other people in on it. Because with the Three of Swords, you know, if you are experiencing some sort of difficult thoughts or disappointments, or just, you know, having a hard time coping with what it is that is happening, or what it is that you are dealing with, and maybe, you know, at times this this mission that you are doing, or this thing that you're working towards, maybe it at times can get a bit too much for you to like deal with within your own mind. And so I feel like you are encouraged to, again, reach out to the support that is around you, to share it with people, or even, you know, you can also sort of turn it into a like a creative outlet as well, to, again, to channel this either like rage or just strong emotion, disappointment, fear, anything like that. You can channel it into this form of self-expression that you feel most comfortable with. And I feel like that could, again, be something that like really helps other people, but that really helps you too, to work through these emotions. And also I feel like help is around you. Like that is one of the like the biggest messages here too, that you don't have to go through things by yourself. You don't have to you know, suffer in silence if you are having a hard time coping with these changes, or with things like speeding along, or with you having to accommodate these new shifts, and having to leave a certain level of comfort and like safety behind. Because again, no matter what, it seems like you are on the right path, and things are happening in alignment with you and with your journey. But subjectively, it could be difficult to deal with some of these changes, and to, you know, step into this new reality, or let go of some of these things that used to be a big part of your life. Oh my goodness, sorry about that. But it wouldn't be a reading on this channel if that didn't happen. So, you know, it's all good, the usual stuff. Anyway, so yeah, what I wanted to say with the Tower energy here too is I feel like Spirit is encouraging you to allow certain things to be dismantled, or allow certain things to fall apart as a result of you progressing and moving on to the next level, or to new chapters of your life. So I feel like it is all part of a bigger plan. Everything feels like it is exactly what you were meant to be doing. Because again, remember, we had this arrow card. You are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. So you are definitely being guided in the direction of your highest good. But let's look at some general advice for the year 2025 for your highest good. So let's see if we can get some last messages of general advice. This one, I feel like. And let's see if we can get one more. Wow, you got two more. Okay, so, no, three more. So we have the Page of Wands, which is fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag. We have the Seven of Swords, we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is Jupiterian, so that is Sag or Pisces, and we have the Moon, which is more Piscean energy, and we have the Five of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so I actually want to start off with the Five of Pentacles, which is the underlying energy. And again, you know, this is one of those cards that people get a bit scared by, or that that is somewhat triggering. Because this is a very serious card, and so I'm not like downplaying that, but I do feel that in this instance, pile number 2, it's just talking about Spirit encouraging you to get comfortable with being somewhat uncomfortable, or being, you know, pushed out of your comfort zone. Because ultimately, again, I feel like you are being guided to exactly where you're meant to go. I mean, we have the Wheel of Fortune here as well. So, you know, with all of these positive cards here too, I feel like Spirit is sort of acting out this plan that they have for you, and the sort of the blueprint that your soul signed up for in this lifetime. We have the Page of Wands as the first card that came through. And so this is encouraging you to stay curious, to stay enthusiastic and optimistic as you are, you know, going through this whole journey, this whole year, as you are experiencing all of these different things and meeting all of these different people and reaching new heights, really, as like she's climbing this tree. And I feel like that is you in 2025. You are reaching new heights. And so as you are discovering what life can be like and what life can offer to you, I feel like it's important to keep that like positive, optimistic mindset, because I feel like with the Seven of Swords, you know, you are going to be having to do things differently. And I feel like there are going to be certain like situations or maybe even emotions that like sneak up on you that you don't really see coming, that take you by surprise. And so, you know, they could potentially trip you up, or they could, you know, slow your progress down. But I feel like if you stick with the mindset of the Page of Wands and see everything as an adventure and see everything as a journey and a learning curve, I feel like you are going to be, you know, headed for success, really. Because with the Wheel of Fortune, it is clear to me that, you know, the universe is really working in your favor this year. And I feel like you're going to receive a lot of blessings and a lot of support. And sort of the divine is like, again, placing you amongst the right people in the right places at the right time and leading you to the right opportunities for you. And with the Moon, you know, it does seem like some of the things that are going to be happening and some of these occurrences are going to be something that you don't see coming. You can't predict them and you can't be prepared for them, especially next to the Wheel of Fortune. It feels like, and even because we got 3 of these cards together, even with the Seven of Swords here too, it almost feels like it's going to be something sneaky that the universe is doing. It's going to be something that you just can't prepare for. It's something that is going to be taking you by surprise, but in like the best sense of the word, because it's all happening to elevate you and to take you to where you really need to go. But it's going to be somewhat like hazy or unexpected, and you're going to have to sort of follow your intuition and go off of that quite a lot in 2025. That's what I feel like. But I also feel like you are very well equipped to do that, because it seems like whatever this self-expression is, whatever this mission is, it is coming from a place of your truth, or like this deeper wisdom that you have, this deeper connectivity. So I feel like your intuition is really well honed, and that you are very connected and very in tune with like the divine energies. And so that's why it is so easy for them to take you to where you need to go. But anyway, I want to close the reading out with some messages from the message jar. And I haven't used this thing on my channel in ages, but I felt called to do that for this last reading of the year. So let's see what sort of supportive messages we can get from the message jar for your 2025 journey. Okay, so We have a quote from the Snow Patrol song, The Golden Floor. I'm not afraid of anything, even time. It'll equate everything. We'll be fine. See, so I love this message for you because it just feels like Spirit is saying that you don't actually have anything to be afraid of, right? You know, even though with the moon as well, it can be a bit of a unclear road for you, or it could be, you know, there could be certain instances or certain things where you have to go off of blind faith, or again, where you have to rely on your intuition, and where you have to maybe even rely on that support network that you have around you, where you don't have that much control over things. But I feel like everything will be fine, you know? So yeah, I really, really love that. And I hope that it gives you a sense of like security, or at least support in some way. Keep the momentum going. You are almost there. So yeah, see, that is definitely a message of success, if I've ever seen one. So you're getting so many messages of like breakthrough and rewards and material growth and stuff like that. So I love seeing that. The things that make me different are the things that make me me. Piglet, Winnie the Pooh. So yeah, I mean, Spirit is pretty much urging you to embrace your uniqueness. I want to show you this quote because I really love that for you. Yeah, the things that make you different make you you. And again, so it's almost like reiterating this notion of the importance of you expressing that difference, expressing that uniqueness. That is going to be like one of the biggest keys of 2025, and you showing up as authentically as possible. That is also, I feel like, going to take you to your soul tribe, ultimately, too. All is not lost. Look for the silver lining. So, yeah, see, I feel like, you know, you are going to be pushed out of your comfort zone. And it is going to, again, push you to trust on your sort of intuition. It's going to push you to rely on your intuition and to trust in the universe, in like some of these unseen things. And if this would focus, and it may be a bit challenging at times, you know, feeling like you are not in control and just having to go with the flow and see where life takes you. But I feel like through all of that, there is going to be support around you. There is going to be people and, again, like just solutions coming out of the blue. Is this going to be, I don't know, these quotes don't really want to focus because they're quite small, so that's why I usually don't show them on camera. Anyway, sorry, we could be here until tomorrow, so I'm just gonna leave it. But wow, pile number 2. This was such a fun reading, and I have to say this feels like, for the most part, this feels super, super positive and super blessed. So I am really excited for you and for all of these amazing connections that you are going to be experiencing in 2025. So yeah, I hope that you are excited for the upcoming year too, and that you enjoyed this reading and these messages. And I thank you for choosing to spend your time with me. And I especially thank you for your beautiful energy, for all of your love and support that you have shown this tiny, tiny channel on YouTube over here. And I really, really appreciate you being here. So I just wanted to say that as well. And as always, I hope to see you back on this channel next year. So take care and have a good one. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome to your reading pile number 3. So you chose this card, and this card is depicting a cemetery and a church. And so one of the most strong messages that is coming through about your 2025 is that this is going to be an extremely transformative year for you. And I feel like 2025 is one of those years where you will get a lot of fresh new starts that always follow a period of loss or a period of saying goodbye to something. You may actually even be able to bury something that you have had a hard time releasing, or that you have been carrying with you for a long time that maybe doesn't actually have an active part in your life anymore, or that is not conducive to your growth and to you moving forward. It may be some sort of baggage, some sort of memory, some sort of wound or hurt feelings or painful memories that you still have with you from the past. And it feels like in 2025, you are finally able to say goodbye to them and finally, bury them for good, so that they wouldn't be weighing you down and hindering your progress and keeping you stuck in the past. I also feel like because of the church image here, there could be something that you decide to devote yourself to, or there could be something new that takes up a very significant place in your life, where it will have a lot of emotional meaning to you, and possibly even, your whole belief system could be shifting, or your whole perspective and how you see things. Maybe even some of your values could be shifting as well. And as a final thing, I also feel like in 2025, you will have a lot of spiritual support around you. I feel like there are going to be a lot of ancestral energy, a lot of ancestral protection that is going to be surrounding you and basically making you sort of looked after. Yeah, that's kind of the feeling that I'm getting off of this card. So even though, this is a cemetery and it can be a bit of a scary notion, as I said previously, but I actually do feel like it's such a light energy that is coming off of this card. So, whatever these transformations are that you are going to be going through in 2025, I'm not saying that all of them are going to be super easy and breezy and like a walk in the park, but I do feel like they're going to be bringing a lot of relief to you in some form or another. And I feel like for the most part, they are going to be stuff that you are sort of itching to get rid of, that you are so tired of carrying around with you, and that you just sort of want to be freed from, that you want to leave behind, and that you want to be able to walk away from. So it almost is giving me an energy of peace. So I feel like if there have been things that have been weighing heavy on your mind or on your heart, there is going to be a lot of sort of being able to breathe a bit more easily, and having a lighter load to carry. That's what I feel for the sort of the initial intuitive messages for 2025. But we're going to get more specific now with some tea leaf oracle cards, which are going to tell us a bit about the major themes and keywords that you are going to be experiencing in the year 2025. So let's see what we get. Okay. Wow. So we have a month card that came out. So we'll take one more card. Okay. And from the other stack as well, we have one major themes and keywords of the year 2025. Okay, so the first card that you got is May, which is going to be a significant month for you, most likely. We also have wealth as a major theme. We have hand with in need of help, assistance, and guidance. We have crown, honor and respect will come to you. Let's see if we can place these in a good way. So we have finger, warning you of a problem either now or in the near future. Older woman, dealings or relationship with an older woman. And finally, fan, romance, celebration, party. Okay, so pile number 3. As I'm looking at these major themes and keywords of the year, there is nothing that alarming here. So, again, it does feel like you are moving towards some sort of relief, or like things are somewhat becoming easier than they have been. But so let's move on from the May card, because as I already said, this is just signifying that May is going to be some sort of a significant time of year for you. It may be a very active month for you, where a lot of things happen, or where you sort of experience a lot, where a lot of these like shifts and changes occur. But let's move on to this wealth card. So clearly there is going to be some sort of an increase in abundance that you are experiencing in 2025. Now, because we are dealing with the sort of the cemetery imagery and the topic of death, there could be, you know, some sort of inheritances that you get if you have experienced the loss of a loved one, or, you know, someone that you know has passed. So you could be dealing with that in some sense, but I do feel like that may be more of a specific message and probably won't resonate with a lot of you. But just in general, because we're getting such a huge theme, this is an astral house card, so this is a bigger theme. So it does seem like there are going to be certain increases that you are experiencing and that are going to be entering your life. So that is a very, very auspicious card to get. Now, we also have this hand card, which says in need of help, assistance, and guidance. And I actually want to put it alongside this finger card because of how these cards were placed and how this finger was pointing to this hand. So I do feel like there could be a tie between these two cards, which with the finger card saying, warning you of a problem either now or in the near future. So there could be some sort of obstacle or issue that you are going to be experiencing, even though it doesn't feel like this finger card is not like a big deal. It's most likely going to be something that is like surmountable, something that you can overcome, but it's just like a nuisance or something that gives you maybe a bit of a headache, or that, you know, makes you feel like you need to sort of ask around or do some research or look to other people who can help you. So there could potentially be a situation where you sort of have to ask for help from someone or ask for guidance in order to deal with whatever this nuisance is. But again, it feels like a relatively minor thing, so I wouldn't be too worried. We also have this honor and respect will come to you. So it definitely seems like there is going to be some sort of an instance or occurrence in 2025 where you will win people's admiration, or, you know, just people sort of looking up to you in some way, or where you were able to get like a better status or a better reputation in some regard. Because we also have this wealth card here too, it could be that you receive some sort of promotion, or possibly even, you know, moving on to a whole new department or a whole new career path, or you become known in something. That could also be the case here too. So, you know, especially if you have been working very hard to establish yourself in some sort of arena, or maybe even set up like your own business or something, it could be that, you know, you end up getting some sort of recognition or finally winning some favor from people. I don't know whether that's an expression or not, but you know, or yeah, you may just receive some sort of popularity or a bigger following or something like that. Now we also have this older woman card. So there could be, it doesn't have to be a female specifically, but there could be some sort of a person who is older than you or just more mature in some way, who is going to be a very helpful person in your life, or who that actually maybe because they are right below this hand card, there could be someone a bit more senior. Again, you know, they don't actually have to be older than you in age. They could even be someone who is like higher up than you in the company that you work for or something like that. It feels like there is going to be a significant person who is like a major player for you in 2025, and who is going to be offering you some sort of assistance or guidance, or just giving you some good advice. But, you know, because you are getting this card specifically as the major keyword or theme, it feels like they are going to be, this person is going to be playing a significant part. And also we have this fan with romance, celebration, party. So, you know, there could be some sort of event that turns out to be like a bit of a turning point for you. Again, it could be some sort of a networking opportunity or a meet and greet or something like that, where you will have the opportunity to like level up or expand in some way, especially again, because we have both of these cards in close proximity to each other. It could be that there is some sort of significant event that you attend in 2025, or there may be even several of those, but definitely one where you are going to be sort of gaining in status, or where you're going to be elevating. Or it could even mean, you know, if you are, this is possibly more of a specific message, but you know, if you're meeting some sort of a romantic partner and you develop a relationship with someone, it could be that you sort of gain in status as well as a result of coming together with them. So it's like the two of you become sort of greater than the sum of your parts, if that makes any sense. So it just feels like you could be sort of teaming up with someone who is also going to help you to reach new heights in some way. And this, because again, we have this May card, this event, this significant party, or you know, whatever sort of celebration you encounter or attend, it may be taking place in the month of May. So again, something to sort of be aware of, or just keep an eye out for. Anyway, those are some of the keywords and major themes of the year, but we are going to be looking into some more details now with the tarot cards. So we're going to start off with looking at the biggest surprises that you will encounter in 2025, and more specifically, any potential blessings or wishes that are going to be coming true for you. Okay. Okay, interesting. We have the Hermit at the bottom of the deck, which is Virgo energy. And I'm just pointing out the signs in case you resonate with them or recognize them around you. We also have Strength, which is Leo, and the Hanged Man, which is Neptune, so Pisces. So looking at all of these major arcana cards, it definitely feels like, as I said, it's going to be a transformative year for you, because you are going to be going through a lot of like spiritual and emotional and mental growth. That's what it feels like, at least, because we have the Hermit energy at the bottom of the deck, and it definitely talks about learning a whole lot about yourself and getting closer to your authenticity and to your truth. This is more of a solitary energy, but I don't actually feel that like isolated energy from the Hermit that usually it carries. I also feel like you are just going to be gaining a lot in wisdom, and gaining a lot of wisdom, especially when it comes to yourself and your sort of true purpose, your sort of the bigger questions in life that you may have about who you truly are and what you are here to do and what you want from your future. So it just feels like a more of a coming into alignment with yourself. Now, we also have this Strength card. And so I do feel like one of the biggest surprises in 2025 for you is how much stronger you are and how much power you have within you to take yourself further. And I feel like you are able to push yourself to like these whole new heights that you weren't even sure that you could reach before. So I'm also sort of feeling that shift with the Hanged Man, because it is also indicating that there is going to be a change in perspective for you, or you are going to sort of have an expanded way of seeing things or an expanded perspective in some way. And again, it does seem like you are able to prove to yourself just how well you can deal with, you know, getting yourself out of like sticky situations or leaving some sort of a difficult state of being behind. Because the Hanged Man can also talk about a period of like stagnation, or just things being, you know, suspended for some time, things not really moving, you not having that much control over what is happening, and just having to sort of sit and stew in some emotions and in some thoughts, and just having to sort of bear the time where you may want to move around, but there is something that is inhibiting you from moving forward. And so it kind of ties in with this energy that we were talking about at the beginning of this reading, where there could be some things that you have been carrying around with you for quite some time, right, that have been weighing you down. With this Hanged Man, there could definitely be certain energies that have been weighing you down, or that have made you feel a bit stuck, or like it's difficult for you to move ahead. But with the Strength card, I feel like the biggest surprise and blessing is that you are able to break through them, and you are able to prove to yourself and others that you are capable of leaving some of this stuff behind. And with the Hanged Man, it could be something that is like difficult to rid yourself from, something that is not easy to leave behind. So yeah, this is definitely very powerful stuff. But again, in a way, I'm not surprised, because we are dealing with some pretty profound energy to begin with. But let's look at the biggest areas of growth for you, and more specifically, any potential challenges, obstacles, delays, or setbacks that you may encounter in 2025. Okay, let's see if we can get one more. Okay. So we have the Knight of Pentacles and the Two of Wands, kind of wanted to come out in reverse. Okay. And then we have the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So with the Knight of Pentacles, we have Earth energy, specifically Virgo, yet again. But it could also be Taurus or Capricorn. With the Two of Wands, we have some fire energy, and Ace of Swords is air energy. So with the Two of Wands in reverse, I actually want to start off with that one. I'm going to show you the card upright. But with the Two of Wands in reverse, it definitely feels like you are going to be faced with some sort of a decision, or some sort of a crossroads where you may struggle with making the decision to move in a new direction, or where you may feel hesitant to leave something behind. Even though this is indicating that there could be a certain hesitation that you experience, because of the Knight of Pentacles here, it definitely feels like you are going to be, yes, taking your time in making the decision, but ultimately you are going to be going off of what sort of feels the most like rational and logical thing to do, especially because we have the Ace of Swords at the bottom, which does indicate that there is going to be some sort of a breakthrough moment for you, and where you're going to be following your truth. So there is going to be a sense of clarity that you experience, but the Knight of Pentacles is indicating that there is a need to be persistent and dedicated, and there is a need to not give up, to keep pushing ahead, and to sort of keep your head in the game, right? To keep focused on like what the ultimate goal is, what the ultimate truth is that you are following. And with the Ace of Swords, it definitely seems like you are going to be having that sort of a moment where, you know, things sort of just, you know, things sort of become clear, things become very easily understandable for you. And so it almost seems like you'll know exactly what it is that you need to do. It might not be easy to do it, especially with the Two of Wands in reverse. As I said, there could be some hesitation that you experience, but with the Knight of Pentacles, you know, there is this need to stay dedicated. There is this need to put one foot in front of the other and come up with a plan and stick to the plan, right? And I feel like because we have this Strength card here, which, by the way, this is such a cool deck because there are these recurring characters. It's the same guy. And so what this is saying is that you do have the necessary strength, the necessary courage, the necessary determination to get to your goal. So even if you are tested, even if you are being delayed or slowed down, or even if there are some moments where, you know, some doubts creep up, or where you sort of question whether you are really able to move away from something, whether you're really able to say goodbye to something. I feel like you are going to find that inner strength to do what truly feels right to you. And with the Ace of Swords, you are definitely going to be following what feels right to you. What is this like undisputable truth that you believe in? So, and it's so interesting because I think I mentioned something was coming through at the beginning of the reading with this initial card that you chose about you possibly finding some sort of new beliefs or having some changes in your like value system too. And I do definitely feel that with the Ace of Swords. So I feel like you're going to be finding that North Star to guide you as you move through this like transitory time. But let's also look at what you are encouraged to focus on in 2025. Oh, sorry. I also wanted to say, because it just came through with the Two of Wands in reverse, with this new, there we go. With this new path or new opportunity that could be coming up for you where you are having a hard time possibly deciding, it could be that this new path isn't like opening up straight away, or there could be some delays when it comes to you trying to pursue some sort of a new path. So, you know, there could just be some sort of like incubation period or something that needs time to fully develop or to fully become like a real opportunity. Sorry if this was really confusing just now, but you know, hopefully this is going to be making sense to someone out there. But anyway, let's keep going. Oh my goodness. Okay. So we have the Justice card, the Judgment card that I can't remember. I think came out in reverse. Did it come out in reverse? Anyway, okay. We also have the Six of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. We have the Two of Swords. And the Judgment card is a card of Pluto. So this is Scorpionic energy. Okay, so I stopped recording. I went back and I checked the footage, and the Judgment card came out in reverse. And because I couldn't remember, I wanted to, you know, be sure that I didn't mess up any messages. So anyway, we are looking at the best use of your energy this year. What are you encouraged to focus on? And with the Two of Swords and the Judgment card in reverse, it does feel like Spirit is wanting you to really sit with these areas of life where you maybe have been suppressing some sort of inner calling or some sort of a deeper voice within you that is urging you to change course, or that is urging you to, you know, step into the new chapter of your life. Because Judgment, with the sort of Plutonian energy that is attached to this card, there is this notion of, you know, rebirth. There is this notion of digging deep into some sort of depth that maybe you haven't really wanted to look at, or that you have been too afraid to confront. That also does include some like these painful, wounded areas of yourself or your psyche, and really like digging at those wounds and really getting the gunk out so that you could finally heal. And as gross as that may sound, the intention behind it is to heal, right? It is to be able to move on and to be able to step into a lighter form of being. There is also an element of like forgiving yourself and forgiving the past, and you know, just sort of saying goodbye to the old chapter and stepping into the new. And so with it coming out in reverse, it definitely does indicate that there has been something that you may have had a very difficult time confronting or looking at. And the Two of Swords kind of also does hint at that, because it is talking about an impossible decision, or, you know, being again at some sort of a crossroads and having a difficult time choosing what the best course of action is, you know, being stuck between a rock and a hard place. And so clearly, you know, this moving ahead has not been easy, and it has been very, very challenging. And so, you know, this is in no way like a judgment or criticism or anything like that. It just feels like now in 2025, you are going to find yourself in a place where it is finally easier for you to make that impossible decision, or to confront some of these places where you haven't really wanted to deal with some difficult stuff. You know, really sitting with those types of like wounds or painful places, and seeing how you can rid yourself of those things. And again, remember, you have strength on your side. So there is some sort of a stronger, more confident, more courageous shift that you're going to be going through, where you find this inner power, this inner fuel to take these things on and to launch yourself into this new chapter of your life. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Pentacles, which does indicate that there is, first of all, going to be support around you, that there is something that you can lean on, or someone that you can ask for support and help as you are dealing with some of these things. And also, I do feel like as the underlying energy, there is an encouragement to also share your voice as you are going through these transformations, as you are healing some painful stuff from your past. Because I do feel like it is going to be very valuable to other people who are going through the same thing, or who are going through similarly challenging emotions, and who are at the same place where you were previously, you know, who may be struggling and who may be having a very difficult time finding a way forward, or even finding hope. And I feel like with the Six of Pentacles, as you are moving through these transformations, as you are healing yourself, you are at a place where you can actually share some of these very valuable experiences and these lessons that you have learned, and share this wisdom, right? With the Hermit energy, share this wisdom that you now possess as a result of going through these things. And finally, I want to close the reading out with the general energy for the year of 2025 for your highest good. So what sort of general energy does Spirit have for you for 2025? General advice, sorry. We have the Nine of Wands, the Towers at the bottom, and can we get one more card, please, for the general advice for 2025? The general advice for 2025. Okay. We have the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck, which is Taurus energy, and we have the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Wands. So I want to start with both of these nines, because the number nines in tarot are indicating that you are very close to the culmination of something, that you're very close to reaching the end of the chapter. And so it does seem like the general advice that Spirit has for you is that if you find yourself getting a bit tired, if you find yourself a bit worn down, or like it is difficult for you to keep going with the Nine of Wands, then, you know, try to tap into some of this notion of gratitude and just being proud of how far you have come and how much you have achieved. You know, this Nine of Cups is all about looking back at what you have accomplished, looking back on how far you have come, and focusing on what you have gained rather than what you have lost. So it's very important to tap into the emotional abundance and all of the positives, the silver linings that you can rely on as you are experiencing some, you know, some more difficult emotions, or again, if you feel like you are getting a bit weary. And also with the Nine of Cups, it does definitely hint at you having quite a lot to be proud of. You have quite a lot that you have achieved. You have so much that you can look back on and feel like, you know, you have done your best, and you've really elevated in some way. Now, the bottom of the deck, we have Hierophant energy. And so again, it's talking about beliefs, it's talking about spirituality. And I do feel like there could be some spiritual practices that would really benefit you in 2025 if you do those types of things, or if you are inclined in that way. they would definitely help you. You know, just having some sort of a ritual in place or some sort of self-care routine that allows you to get in touch with something bigger than yourself, you know, or, you know, if you are religious in some way, then that would definitely help you as well, to just try to tune into something that is larger than life, right? And again, I feel like you can really rely on some of these newfound like beliefs or values that you're going to be developing in 2025, so that it would be easier for you to sort of fall back on something if you feel like you are starting to again get tired or you know, lose your energy in some way. Now, as the last part of the reading, I do want to get some messages from the message jar for you as well, just to support you on your journey in 2025. I haven't used this thing in ages in my readings, but I do feel called to get some messages for you for this end of the year reading. So let's see what we have for you, my dear pile number 3. There are more than one paths to your dream. I love this message for you because, especially as we were talking about, you know, you needing to say goodbye to something, or you burying something, or finally getting rid of something. You know, as I said, there could be some hesitations, right? That's what we were talking about. But with this message, I feel like Spirit is truly encouraging you to have faith that a new path will open up that will take you to where you ultimately need to go and want to go. So, sorry, these messages don't really want to focus because they are quite small. So I don't know how well you'll be able to see it. You can't really see it. So I'm just not gonna try. I'm not gonna waste your time with this. Let's keep going. So we also have: spend time with animals. Their healing energy will do wonders for you. So this is another great one because it's talking about this like unconditional love and support. And it does seem like support is something that is available to you and that you are also encouraged to reach out to. Not finally. We have, 2 more messages. We also have, it's out of your hands. Surrender and allow the universe to take over for now. So again, this is one of those messages that I absolutely love for you because it is indicating, again, that you are going through some sort of a bigger transformative shift, and that there is something that is sort of divinely orchestrated for you as well, because we had all of this like major arcana energy that came through at the beginning, and it came through for the topic of blessings and surprises. So definitely the universe is stepping in to assist you as well. Fear has only as much power as you grant it. Again, another message that I feel like is so apt for this reading. And again, you are going to be able to get over a lot of these fears that have been holding you back in 2025. And finally, this is not set in stone. You have the power to change it. So yeah, I feel like there is so much like encouragement here and so much support, because again, with you having several sort of paths leading you to your dream, and you having control over certain elements, but then also having the support of the universe that is looking out for you. So, you know, having like the best of both worlds, I feel like that is such an encouraging message to end this reading on. And I'm going to leave it here. Thank you so much for choosing to spend your time with me, dear pile number 3. I am wishing you the most amazing 2025, and I want to say a huge thank you for being here, for sharing your energy, for showing your support through comments, likes, and subscribes and all of that. If you have been doing that to support this little channel, I am immensely grateful to you, and I truly, truly hope that I will be seeing you again back on this channel in the new year. But anyway, take care and bye-bye. Hello and welcome to your reading, pile number 4. So you chose this card, this artwork card, and as the first sort of intuitive messages about your 2025, I do feel like you will start appreciating your life in a whole new way in 2025. There's going to be a shift in perspective for you where you start to see and notice certain things about your life, about your day-to-day routine, and about just your sort of existence and the role that you play in your life in a whole new way. It does seem like there is going to be much more gratitude, much more appreciation, and I feel like you're going to start noticing a lot more beauty in your life. And I also feel like you could be creating more beauty in your life too. There could be certain up-leveling that you do in your home space in general. You could be deciding to do some sort of renovations or just freshen something up or bring more harmony, bring more beauty and grace into your home space. But I also feel like it could be some sort of a shift that you experience in your sort of day-to-day dwellings. Either there is like more harmony that you are going to be experiencing, or that it just sort of becomes a bit more pleasant. For a lot of you, I do feel though that you are going to be the ones who are making this active effort in 2025 to bring this more harmonized energy about. You could be deciding to take it upon yourself to better some relationships, or to just again create a more pleasant atmosphere in your like either your home space or your office, your bedroom or your studio or something like that. You know, it just feels like an improvement in some way. That's what you're going to be doing. And I also feel like meditation could be something, or some sort of a like peaceful practice could be something that takes up more time in 2025 for you, or where you start putting more weight on taking care of your body, soul, and mind. So you could be, making an effort to, again, take up some sort of spiritual practice or some meditative practice, or even just, finding more time to spend in nature, or arranging some sort of retreats, or arranging some sort of holidays for yourself. Just something that would make you feel more at ease, something that would ground you, something that would, again, bring more peace into your life and into your day-to-day existence. And that may be especially true for those of you who have been running around a lot, or who have been putting in a lot of effort to reach some goals, or to work towards something, to work towards some milestones. It could be that in 2025, you decide to like shift gears in some way and take things a bit more easy, or prioritize your health and prioritize your well-being and prioritize your relationships. And again, especially when it comes to having harmony in all sorts of areas of life. So that is sort of the initial intuitive energy that I'm picking up from this card. But we're going to get some major themes and keywords of the year 2025 for you from these oracle cards. So let's see, what are the major themes and keywords of the year for pile number 4? Major themes and keywords. Okay. That's kind of crazy. We're getting 2 bird cards, so that's interesting. And again, major keywords and themes of 2025. Major keywords and themes of 2025 for pile number... Whoa, that flew so aggressively. Okay, so let's see, we have this, and let me take the last one as well. Okay. So let's see what you got. The first card out is Fair Woman, dealings or relationship with a woman with blonde, grey or white hair. We also have Bird Flying, which says news is on the way. We have Bird Perched, waiting for news, package, letter. We have tree, affairs with your family. We have horseshoe, good luck. And we have camel, persevere and you will overcome problems. Okay, so pile number 4, I definitely want to start off by saying that, as I mentioned in the intuitive messages part, that I feel like you are going to be improving your life in some way. That definitely seems to be the case, because there are practically like no negative cards here or no warnings or anything like that. So it definitely seems like you are going to be moving up in life, and that there are going to be things that are, again, as I said, becoming more harmonized in some way. Now, the first card out is this fair woman card. And even though it is getting very specific when it comes to sort of describing a person, I wouldn't really restrict it to just the sort of female gender. So you may have someone like this in your life who has like a light skin or blonde, gray or white hair or something like that. But it just feels like in 2025, there is going to be possibly a female that is going to be a very important part of your year, that is going to be playing a big role. This could be a family member, this could be a friend, this could be a spouse, this could be even your neighbor or something like that. But most likely it is a relative or a family member of some sort, because we also have this tree card that came out, which says affairs with family. And so, you know, even if this woman card is not someone that you are related to or is not a member of your family, it just feels like there is going to be a person, most likely a female, but doesn't necessarily have to be, who is going to be helping you a lot, or who is going to be playing a big role in you sort of moving forward in your life this year, or who may be a big part of these relationships that you are harmonizing as well. So you could be harmonizing a relationship with this person, or they just may be someone who plays a key role in that. But we also have both of these bird cards. So one says news is on the way, and the other says waiting for news, package or letter. So clearly one of the biggest keywords here is that you are going to be receiving some sort of significant news, something that you most likely have been waiting for, that you have been waiting to hear back on, or hoping to receive. So it could be that there is a very important conversation that takes place, but most likely there are going to be several of these very significant back and forths that you are going to be going through in 2025. So it definitely seems like whatever sort of news you are waiting for, it most likely seems to be a good thing, because again, we have this horseshoe card, and I feel for some reason like this is one of the most powerful cards here, which says, it just says good luck. So it does feel like you are going to have something that goes your way, something that works out in your favor, possibly some sort of a wish that is going to be coming true for you, especially if it is some sort of something that you have been waiting to hear back on, something that you have either like applied for, or something that you have been, again, working towards. It could be that in 2025 you receive some sort of a result or rewards for those efforts that you have put into something, and so it kind of becomes a bit more easy, or it becomes more streamlined, so you don't have to be as like proactive and as hands-on, so you can have an easier time and take more time for yourself, or to spend time with your family, or to spend time with your significant other, or something like that. Now, as the final card, we have Camel, which says persevere and you will overcome problems. So, you know, it just feels like there could be something that needs your attention, or that demands that you deal with it, that, you know, just something that kind of like challenges you, or something that is some sort of a nuisance. But I do feel with this card, again, encouraging you to sort of keep pushing, that it is something that you can overcome and something that you can push through. So you are going to be getting to a desired result in the end, but it just could be something that like weighs you down a bit. And so that's why I also feel like this sense of finding harmony, focusing on like some sort of spiritual practice or well-being practice is so important, because like obviously, you know, life being what it is never just like easy and flowing and all colors and rainbows and unicorns and stuff like that. So obviously there are going to be things that irritate you, that are going to be annoying, that are going to be testing or challenging in some way. But for the most part, I don't see any of those being like a major theme in 2025. It most sort of overflowingly seems to be a very positive year for you, and where things, as I said, seem to be easing up, and where you are finding solutions that will help you to sort of keep moving forward. So yeah, this looks very, very positive, pile number 4, honestly. But let's look at some more specific messages with these tarot cards. And we are going to start off with the biggest surprises that you will encounter in 2025. More specifically, any potential blessings or wishes that are going to be coming true for you. Okay. So interesting. We have the 9 of Cups and the Chariot that came out. Chariot being a card of Cancer. So you could have significant water placements in your chart. That would be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, or you know, you could be recognizing those signs around you. And I'm just pointing out them in case you do resonate with them. But if you don't, that's fine as well. So I actually want to start off with the underlying energy, the 4 of Cups, because this is saying that, you know, there has possibly been something that you have been working hard on, but that hasn't really, you know, up to this point, possibly yielded the results that you have been hoping for. Or you feel like something is taking too long, or something is just getting a bit tiresome, getting a bit, you know, frustrating. It does feel like in 2025, this is like the undertone of the blessing that you are receiving. And it feels like something that has been a bit of a headache, or has been a bit of a pain. There is going to be a solution that arrives, something that again helps you to like move forward and get out of this like frustrating period. We have the 9 of Cups, and the 9 of Cups is like, it is a card of wish fulfillment. It is getting something that you have been like working hard on, especially because it comes out with the Chariot here. It does seem like you are going to have some sort of a breakthrough in 2025, something where you finally can feel a sense of like relief, where you can finally feel a sense of accomplishment and just some sort of fulfillment or contentment about what you have achieved and about how things are progressing. Because the Chariot is all about victory, and it is also about moving forward. It's leveling up in some way. It is, you know, being able to pursue new levels or new goals, because you have the means to do that. You have proved to yourself and others that you are capable of achieving what you set your mind to. You are able to overcome any obstacles or hindrances that you have experienced. And with the 9 of Cups, it just definitely feels like you are reaching some sort of milestone and getting some sort of wish fulfillment that is going to be making it easier for you to level up. So again, I keep hearing the word streamlining. So it does seem like you are going to be streamlining something that maybe previously required a lot more effort on your part. And now you won't have to work as much or put in as much effort, because it's starting to sort of like progress with a bit more ease. Yeah, it sort of starts like working out. So again, you know, with this good luck that we got with this horseshoe card, it does feel like, you know, luck is on your side and things are working out for you. So I do feel like one of the biggest surprises is that you can start sort of taking things a bit more easy. Now, let's look at the biggest areas of growth for you. So let's see if we can get any inklings about the potential challenges, obstacles, delays, or setbacks that may come up for you in 2025 that you will have to sort of persevere through. Whoa, okay, let's see. We got one card that turned over. There we go. Okay. You're getting a lot of Cups cards. Interesting. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Swords. We also got the Eight of Cups and the Two of Cups. So water energy could definitely be very, very significant. Again, that would be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Okay, so I definitely get more of a specific message here. So I'm not sure how many people will resonate with this. But you know how the theme of harmonizing, and especially like harmonizing your home life and your relationships, and even like with this family affair card being here too, obviously the theme of family is going to be significant in 2025 for you. And with the Eight of Cups and the Two of Cups coming out here, it definitely feels like relationships are going to be something where you are going to be growing a lot in 2025. And there is going to be tests that you are going to be going through, but I feel like you are going to be coming out of those with flying colors, and you're able to mend possibly some broken relationships, because we have this Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck, and this definitely feels like there is some unresolved or some painful feelings, some painful situations that possibly haven't fully been processed or dealt with. There could be something, you know, that needs resolving, that needs being worked through. And, you know, it could be one of those things, and I'm just giving you an example here. It could be one of those things where you have some sort of a falling out with a loved one, or something happens, right? Life gets in the way, relationships get messy, but then also you have all of this effort that you have to put into whatever it is that you are working on, or your career, or, you know, there is something that your job demands of you that takes you away from these relationship areas, and so it almost like, you know, just gets left as it is, right? Like it doesn't really get resolved, and there is just this like tension in the air that is constantly at the back of your mind, but that you don't have time or the energy to deal with. And so it feels like there is something that is lingering in the air when it comes to you and someone else, and someone that you most likely care a lot about. Because with the Two of Cups here, it definitely feels like there is heavy emotional investment at play. There are deep running, like either commitments or feelings. And with the Eight of Cups, it just seems like something has occurred where there has been, you know, like a relationship falling apart, or a distance growing between you and someone else that you may still be in a relationship with. But it could be that you just are in a bit of a rocky space right now with the Ace of Cups, with someone's needs not being met, with something not being addressed. And so, you know, again, it doesn't have to be like a romantic thing. It can be with a family member too, or just with a close friend or something like that. But it definitely feels like in 2025, you are going to be able to mend this relationship or these relations, and you are going to be able to move through and again harmonize this connection if you are able to like push yourself to put in the work and to address what needs to be addressed here. So just in general, it feels like one of the biggest areas of growth for you is going to be in a very specific relationship with someone. It could be with this Fair Woman card here too, because obviously there is one single person who is coming through very heavily as a key player in 2025 for you. And most likely they are someone that are a part of your family, or that are very, very close to you, a loved one. But again, you know, I'm letting you sort of play around with the details to see how this fits your story. But anyway, let's keep going. So I also want to see what you are encouraged to focus on. So what is Spirit encouraging you to focus on in 2025? What is the best use of your energy this year? Whoa. Okay. We have the Page of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. The first card out that you got is Judgment. We also have the Fool, and we have the Knight of Cups. So this Page of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck here is definitely indicating that you are encouraged to sort of learn new routines, to, you know, start focusing more on like practical matters. And for some reason, I keep feeling a pull towards like well-being and health in general, because we're dealing with the Pentacle suit. So it can talk about the physical body as well. But because there was such a strong emphasis on this like topic of harmony, I feel like that is one of the things that this Page of Pentacles is definitely talking about here. So, you know, finding new ways, finding new routines that suit you, that bring you a sense of well-being, a sense of contentment, especially because we also have the Judgment card and the Fool that came out. So we have two major arcanas, heavy hitting energies. Judgment with Pluto coming through and indicating a connection to Scorpio. So we have even more water energy. The Fool indicating Uranus. So that would be Aquarius. And we also have this Knight of Cups, which is Piscean energy, but it can also talk about any water sign yet again. So Cancer or Scorpio could be significant here too. So with the Judgment and the Fool card, it does seem like you are encouraged to, you know, bring something new to your life, to, you know, focus on this inner calling that you may be getting to revolutionize something, or to bring about new beginnings in your life in some way, to bring about new systems or new routines, new habits, new relationship dynamics. And it doesn't have to indicate that you need to let go of certain people or certain relationships, but it just feels like there could be some reorganizing or revolutionizing that could potentially happen in already existing relationships. So it does feel like you are encouraged to listen to what your body is asking of you, to listen to what your soul is calling out for and asking you to focus on. But with the Fool and the Knight of Cups, it also just feels like, you know, you are encouraged to follow your heart, to get more in tune with what your emotions are asking of you, or what you feel that is the right thing to do, what you feel that is either missing from your life, and then going after and looking for it, getting it, trying to, you know, fill any emotional lacks that may be present in your life. Because again, I for some reason I feel like 2025 is going to be a year where you finally have the chance, or you finally have the opportunity or the capacity to focus on these more emotional aspects of life for yourself. Because previously your focus has all been taken up by more, I don't know, materialistic or career focused avenues or aspirations. And so now your focus is shifting, because you now have the ability to, you now have some sort of opportunity to do that. And also with the Knight of Cups, again, we are getting a message of focusing on your relationships and focusing on those heartfelt connections. So I feel like you have a lot of indications of being able to have new beginnings in something that, in some things that are very significant to you, or that have a lot of emotional meaning to you. But let's look at the general advice for the year 2025 for your highest good. What sort of general advice does Spirit have for you? Okay, so we got the Six of Wands that flew out in reverse. Let's see if we can get one more card. Whoa, okay. So we also have the Nine of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, and the Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so again, I want to start off with the underlying energy, because the Ten of Cups is kind of like the epitome of this whole reading and everything that we have been talking about. Again, we're talking about harmony, we're talking about blossoming, and abundant relationships. We're talking about loving, nurturing, beautiful commitments and relationships where you feel like you belong, where you feel like you are seen, where you feel like you are surrounded by people that care about you and that you care about. So this is kind of like this soul tribe energy here with the 10 of Cups. So clearly your year is going to be very much revolving around significant connections and people in your life, and feeling fulfilled by those relationships and nourishing those relationships. Because with the 6 of Wands that came out in reverse, but I'm going to show you the illustration upright, it does indicate that there are certain achievements that you kind of have already made that are not going to be as significant in 2025. So because this is the wand suit as well, this is talking about some sort of like achievements or some sort of career aspirations, projects, you know, things like that, that again may have taken up quite a lot of your energy and focus in previous years. But in 2025, I feel like, you know, there needs to be a shift in that, because whatever you have achieved, whatever you have worked hard on, it feels like it's going to be, again, it feels like it's going to be streamlined, or there's going to be an easing up of time when it comes to whatever it is that you have been working on. So as you have achieved certain rewards in that area, you are going to have more time focusing on, first of all, with the 9 of Pentacles, your own sense of well-being, your own sense of security. And because it came out with the 3 of Cups here, it is indicating that that sense of security and well-being is going to be stemming from the relationships in your life. Once again, these connections, these soulful ties that you have to the people that support you, that see you, that, you know, that you feel like a close tie to. Having more time for socializing, having more time to reconnect with the people that you have maybe lost touch with, or that you haven't spoken to in a while, that you have become distant from for one reason or another, and revitalizing those connections. That seems to be the biggest keyword for your 2025, and that seems to be the general advice from Spirit, that is kind of like reiterating this notion of needing to, you know, look after these more soulful, heartfelt areas of life for you. But as the last part of the reading, I quickly want to grab some messages from the message jar, which, you know, hasn't made an appearance in my channel in a while, but I want to get some supportive messages for your 2025 and your journey in 2025. So let's see what sort of messages we get for you. So this quote-unquote mistake was necessary. Without it, a valuable lesson could not have happened. So see, I feel like you are getting a do-over in something. So I don't know, this could talk about something else, but I am feeling like it could be referring to, again, this connection that has possibly fallen apart, or something that has occurred between you and someone else. Now, this doesn't really want to focus because it's quite tiny. These messages are somewhat small, so this camera is having a hard time picking them up. Can you see it? Sorry, okay, never mind. I'm not going to waste your time on this. But yeah, it does feel like whatever has occurred has brought about a valuable lesson. So yeah, even if you may have some guilt over how certain things have transpired, I feel like Spirit is really saying that, you know, in 2025, you're going to have the opportunity to, again, like correct any mistakes, and again, mistakes in quotes. And so ultimately nothing is really like lost, I feel like. And it is going to be like, I feel like you're going to have an opportunity to reflect back on this whole situation and how this whole thing develops in 2025. And you are able to feel a sense of like gratitude about how everything transpired, because again, there seems to be some sort of significant shift that occurs as a result of you going through this mistake. Now, let's see what else we have. it does not do to dwell on dreams and forget to live. Albus Dumbledore, Harry Potter. So I feel like Spirit is saying here that in 2025, especially if there has been something or possibly several somethings that you have been, thinking about a lot or investing a lot of this mental energy into, but that you haven't actually done anything about. In 2025, I feel like, again, as your focus shifts on more of these like relationships and more of these truly meaningful areas of life for you, you are going to be taking more of a proactive step in that direction. And so you are moving away from like just dreaming and thinking about these things to actually doing something about them and living them, embodying them. Okay, we also have a quote from Shrek. That's what friends do. They forgive each other. Oh my goodness, this feels so on the nose. Like, please focus. I really hope that you can see this, because this quote feels way too perfect and I just want you to see it. Okay, no, it's not happening. Sorry. Anyway, I feel like I want to say it one more time because this is such a potent message. That's what friends do. They forgive each other. Okay, let's move on. This is not set in stone. You have the power to change it. I feel like this message has come out in several piles. So I don't know why I keep showing these to you. You're not going to be able to see them anyway. But yeah, again, you have the power to change it. So there is something that you are going to be changing in 2025. The course of, again, I feel like it's a relationship, but again, there could be other areas of life as well that you have the power to shift the course in some way. Because again, luck is on your side, right? And the final message that you got from the message jar. Destruction is a necessary part of the cycle of growth. So again, I feel like this is just, an encouragement from Spirit to reiterate the notion that whatever has happened, whatever has been broken down, it all happened for a reason. This all feels very, very like big and like transformative in the sense that there is some sort of a very valuable lesson here that you are learning and that you're able to like incorporate into your being as you move forward. So it just feels like Spirit is behind you. The universe is working alongside you. Your spirit guides are working alongside you. Luck is on your side and things are going to be sort of turning for the better in 2025. And I feel like you are going to feel really, really happy about a lot of things when you look back on the year 2025 at the end of it. So this looks so promising. Thank you so much for choosing to spend your time with me, pile number 4. I also want to say a huge thank you for just being here, for showing your support, for sharing your energy, any likes, comments, subscribes, anything like that you have shared on this channel. It means so much to me and I cannot possibly thank you enough. So yeah, I just hope that I also get to hang out with you in 2025 as well. But yeah, in the meantime, take care of yourselves and have a good one. Bye-bye.